Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? We got some familiar faces in the crowd. We got some new faces. We got a new face right over here.
Indeed.
We've got Bo and Steph and me, Rogan. We're hanging out. What's up, everybody? Hype in the chat over here.
I mean, I'm glad that we still have familiar faces from this chat,
Yeah.
given that I expected all of them to be playing OpenDev right now.
Absolutely, guys. Big supporters over here. Love it. The dream team, exactly. Cedric, shout out. What's up, everyone? I love you guys. We love you too. So just before we get into everything, first of all, we're playing OpenDev Scenario 3 today. Hold the fort. Hold the fort! I'm going to be doing that a lot today, so I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'm so sorry, Bo. So we're going to be playing some Scenario 3. We sent out some more invitations to the new scenario. So if you guys weren't in it already, check your email, check your junk mail, refresh a little bit. It could take a little while to get in there, so just be a little bit patient, but you might get an email today.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. So if you already did have access to some of the other scenarios, you just get access to this one. Just load it up.
We should specify, if you had access to the previous scenarios and you're having trouble accessing this one, first verify the integrity of your game files and then clear the Steam download cache, which will require you to log out and back in again, IT solutions basically. And that should refresh it so you can actually start the scenario.
Yeah.
Because the activation of the scenario apparently sometimes doesn't properly get updated.
Yeah, definitely. So look out for that. Now today we're going to be playing the final scenario of OpenDev, which is Hold the Fort. So I guess we could load it up.
The city of London is the pride of its people, but the Khmer and the Aztecs have joined forces to bring your beloved city down.
Woo.
Rally your forces and defend England from the invaders. For the king!
For the king!
Of course.
Also, one other announcement. On Twitch, we're on the front page today. So hello to anybody new who's coming in, who might not know about Humankind, who likes these kinds of games. Thanks for stopping by. We're live on both Twitch and YouTube right now, so if we respond to one of your questions and you didn't see it in your chat, it probably just came from a different chat over there. So, welcome everybody.
Yes, so let's see. The beautiful city of Londinia.
Londinia.
Yes, which I believe it's named that way because that's the name listed in the Domesday Book, which is, the big census that William the Conqueror did after conquering England.
Okay.
Because he realized, I just conquered England, but I don't know what I own. I need a list of it.
Yes.
And Oxenford, I suspect people can guess what this one is, except it's actually near the Vinicunca.
Yeah.
So that's a nice place, but we can see the Khmer are coming from the west, and the Aztecs are coming from the east. So we should probably fend those off.
Gotta watch your flanks. By the way, everybody, if you have any questions about Humankind or this scenario specifically, just toss them in the chat. Bo and I are going to be watching, looking out for them, and we'll try and answer what we can answer, and what we can't, we'll say soon.
Also,
TM.
May I just say I question the placement of London.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Right on.
Have you never heard about the London suburbs volcano?
Oh yeah. It's a dangerous spot, but you know what? They're living on the edge, right?
Yeah. That's,
Let's see.
That's London for you.
I could probably beat the Jaguar Warriors.
Yeah.
With just the longswordmen, but I do think I will bring in the Knights here as reinforcements, just so we're...
It's nice to have those extra ones.
And let's see, which direction is better? They get a bit of high ground there.
Hey, volcanic soils are fertile. There you go, plane.
Actually, we do have volcano earth right over here.
There you go.
Wow.
And I do believe this gives extra food. Like, let's see. Yeah, we can see normal tile is 2 and this one is 4.
Okay.
So yes, volcano soil is fertile.
Wow, juicy. Nice call, plane.
So let's see.
Tanta Mimi, hello. welcome to the
Oh,
chat.
hello. Yeah, let's see.
So you're placing them.
We have our knights here. And our longbowmen. Of course, I'd like the longbowmen not to be in the front line.
So where's like the ideal placement for you here?
Mostly in the city, because we don't yet know where the Aztecs will deploy. Probably somewhere around their flag.
Right.
But I also want to take this tile, because this one here, it's a bit harder to see now.
Yeah.
But this is one of our emblematic districts here.
Okay.
And if we check our city, this has the special ability of giving our archers 2 extra tiles of range. And given their normal range is, I think, 4 tiles, that's 50% more.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's nothing to say no to. So yeah, let's...
And they got converted into artillery almost.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, the reason why the English archers are strong is that they're as strong as the crossbowmen,
Okay.
but they're ranged units instead of gunners, so they can fire over mountains and stuff.
Yeah, they don't need line of sight.
They don't need line of sight.
Yeah.
And yeah, while we prepare this one, I will also prepare over here, because these guys, and that looks nice and vulnerable, 2 swordsmen, but I believe there is probably a risk, because you can see here on the left and in the south,
Yeah.
the battlefield extends into the fog of war.
Right.
Ooh.
So there might be people we don't know.
Might be more.
There's got to be people hiding there.
So
yeah,
Scholastico
bring
asks,
in
so
some-
there's no specific focus for this scenario compared to the first two. So the second one was all about battles. The first one was more about getting started. I would say this one is more similar to the first one. It's just a more late game scenario. Or not late game, more mid game.
Yeah, and
Mid-game,
in the
yeah.
first...
You'd think that the medieval age is in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the first scenario, you didn't have like actual enemy.
Yeah,
empires.
exactly.
So what do you do here?
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm actually going to put up a very defensive deployment here.
And we'd never forget about you, Oscar. Ever.
And in the meantime, I can do my battle here. Ah yeah, this is nice. They're just standing there on open ground. So we can probably just ride them down.
So Elika on Twitch asks, what are the victory conditions in this game? So there's only one unified victory condition in Humankind, and that's fame. And fame is just like an overall score of the great deeds that you do throughout the history of your people. Every 7 era stars, you get an era star for a good deed that you do. You get to advance your cultures. So that's how you advance through time and accumulate fame.
And we also should mention forget to mention world deeds, right?
Exactly.
World
Yeah.
deeds.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. The world deeds are competitive, so only the first person gets the fame
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, noteworthy deeds like being the first to invent writing, or being the first to discover Mount Vesuvius,
Yeah.
and having the smart idea of building London next to it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with building next to a volcano. Gotta get them soils.
What does the game economy look like? In terms of like the resources available, or because it's flimsy in
Yes.
this. I was gonna say fidzy, but
Food industry,
flimsy.
money, science, and well, I guess it's only FIMS because we don't have like
Oh,
influence
right.
production anymore.
Yeah.
What do we want here? I guess I'll already queue up some walls and then check back on the combat. Oh no, they're still taking their turn. This is
Yeah.
so nice that I can just go manage my city while they're fighting.
Yeah,
These
exactly.
guys already have walls.
Hey, Writing Bull's in chat. Shout out.
Oh,
Shout out to
ooh.
Writing Bull.
Hi, yeah, saying VB in English sounds a bit weird, but yes, hi. I'll actually be streaming Scenario 3 with him in German this weekend.
Wow, amazing. Check that out. Writing Bull's channel right here. Just click on it if you're on Twitch.
And if you speak German.
And if you
Yeah,
speak German.
that's-
Even if you don't.
I mean, even if you don't, you can still look at the game because the game interface is still in English.
Yeah,
But you might not understand our commentary.
yeah.
Actually, this all looks fine. I don't think I need to build much here. It's finally our turn.
There we go.
Let's see then. This should be fairly easy. Yeah, I can deal with these knights easy.
We should also say this this scenario is limited to 20 turns, so 10 fewer than the first one. But
I
this
mean,
one's
we
much
start with the city. So
yeah, much more dense.
The
I would say.
playthrough will probably be a little longer,
Also-
exactly because of all the, you actually have opponents here.
Yeah.
And notable also to point out, for example, here the Khmer Knight looks very different than, where is it? Our English Knight.
Oh,
Yeah.
like, can you zoom in on the Khmer one again? It's because the English ones are nice, but
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
Juicy.
It's very
So-
different appearance.
Yeah.
Which one looks best then?
Oh.
Any preferences?
Those guys, the Khmer are wearing yellow. The Aztecs get
20, 15.
sort of more the reddish, right? And we're like the bluish, right?
Yeah, I think the Aztecs were red.
All right. I gotta go Khmer. They're dressed pretty good.
Well, I guess that's more purple than red.
You're right, yeah.
I like the classic
Yeah.
English blue, right?
Al-Inra, this
I
looks
think,
good. Thank you so much.
The French might disagree
Yeah,
with
yeah,
blue
yeah,
being called classic English.
Sure, but I mean, the French aren't here. Well, technically, I mean, where we're sitting, there are lots of French around, so simply we're working for a French studio, but
Yeah.
in the game, in the scenario, there are no Frenchies.
I actually did have that sometimes, when we were preparing the screenshots and stuff. Like I'm preparing everything, and then I look at it and I think something about the screenshot of the Greek hoplites looks wrong, and then I look at it and I'm thinking, oh, that's right, I forgot to change the player color to red, so their cloaks are blue, and that looks, weird because you're from the reputation of the Spartans. You are expecting red cloaks.
Yeah.
Mm.
How are the colors decided? Is it player number or does it change with culture choice?
The color is the player color. You pick that when you set up the game.
Yeah.
But of course, for the OpenDev scenarios, it's kind of predetermined.
Yeah. By the way, everybody in chat, let us know how the levels are, or, if you want us to turn ourselves up a little bit, or if it's perfect. We love the ego boost,
I think on even ground I can beat that knight. I need to rotate a bit here.
Well, it sounds like audio.
You guys sound fine. Great.
Is juicy.
Manufer, could you comment on the choice of not walking on the square or not walking on the hexagon of a defeated unit?
Well, that's really, in some situations you might prefer following up, in others you might not, and in the end we decided that since, you put so much thought into the positioning, we wanted to not necessarily punish you for being successful by
Right.
moving onto
It gives
the river.
it gives you a greater sort of tactical.
I mean, the other, of course, it would be a different kind of tactics, trying to consider, oh, I could kill this unit, but then I will be exposed. But
Yeah.
Right.
that was just not the experience we were looking for.
Positioning matters a great deal in this game, and
Yes.
therefore it's probably best to rather give
Like
you
in
the choice
this-
of where you want to be, right?
For example, in this situation, if this wasn't a swordsman who was already on the verge of death, if he had followed up, he'd be downhill from 2 of our melee units, and he wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would go bye-bye really quick.
But yeah, we did lose 1 pikeman, so I guess we have to replace that.
Um,
Probably next turn want to actually send my knights up here and find where the Aztecs are.
yeah.
I think I will deal with the Aztecs before I deal with the Khmer.
Okay.
Mostly because the Khmer have the elephants.
Hey,
Yes.
imagine going up against an elephant, just standing there being like, all right. Well, I'm just gonna go.
I got a spear.
I got a spear on me. It's all good.
It's no problem.
You toss it, just bounces off. Oh, elephants. Not yeah. Very nice touch. The Civ show. What's up? Doing it right now.
I'll keep the longbowmen back as defense, and yeah, I'm a bit sad that I lost the pikemen here, because the one time when I did try this scenario at home, I managed that fight without losing anybody. So clearly, I did something different this time.
Oh yeah. Montnev asks, can you queue attacks?
Not yet. It's a feature we have planned, but it's not implemented yet.
Yeah, but still.
Ooh, look at that! There's more Aztecs coming.
Ooh.
That's a
And
sneak.
yeah, here, and we see the crossbowmen, 31 strength gunners. So they defend at full strength in melee, basically because you can load your crossbow and have it ready, unlike the normal bow. Because try standing for half an hour with the bow drawn. That's
We need really strong arms.
Yeah.
Yes.
The thing is probably so heavy too.
and the longbowmen have they're a little bit stronger in strength, but they are ranged units
Right.
as opposed to gunners, so they can shoot across obstacles, but they take the penalty in melee. So we need to defend them better.
Mm.
And I don't think, they do replace the crossbowmen. But I do think this is fine. We can fend that off with our 3 longbowmen we have here.
Yeah.
And there's another one there. It's fine. We'll just keep looking for the Aztec.
Danky Kang, the English icon looks cool. Are you talking about the rose?
Yeah, the plantation of the rose.
Empire
Yeah.
sigil up there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Of course, as somebody who has actually done some English studies, I need to ask, well, is it a white or a red one?
Oh, I don't even know. Got to use your imagination, everyone.
Of course, we go scouting with the knights and we run into pikemen.
Oops.
Oh well, let's see if they attack us. No, they're falling back.
That's.
Oh, there's
There's a
Oh.
lot. There's
Oh,
there's
There's more
sneakiness
Jaguar
going
warriors.
on. Sneaky.
But I think now that we have 3 longbowmen, this should be enough.
Craftsman MC asks, what was the inspiration for this scenario?
I guess honestly, mostly the whole idea of having the what if in history. What if things had been different, and the whole idea of empires or civilizations who never really interacted in history, interacting like this is very appealing.
Yeah, it's cool.
And of course, they're all hiding somewhere in the fog of war.
There's also the sort of thing, as in this, besides the alternative sort of history, what if approach, you also here have, with scenario 3, a sort of combination of first and second scenarios, and then you have both the city management.
Here they are.
Oh, is that a juicy?
You said city management, and Siri said, huh?
Of course. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Siri.
Oh wow. 169. Why is that so strong? Oh, they have knights.
You're
on
very
the
right.
Jaguar
That's a
warriors.
very good point. We are
Can
sort
I,
of looking in,
can I take this?
looking in the We do a flipperoni.
Flipperoni.
Good old fashioned.
You guys ready for this?
This is magic.
Oh no!
Oh, you moved the wrong thing.
That's okay.
Try and move the right thing.
This is editing magic right here, people.
Ooh.
Okay, so we'll fly over there. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, unlock Steph right there.
Yeah.
So we're doing a, here is a masterclass in live editing, everybody.
We are all about that professionalism here.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. So I think this looks better. Good call, Saikana. Lock it up, and there we go.
The cheeky version would have been just go into the properties and click flip camera.
Yeah, but I have my name set up under us, so we would have been flipped.
Okay, so
That's
for
why I
you
did
guys
it.
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
We could flip it just for the kicks.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, with this one, that one archer is not going to hold out against all of them, so we're going to endure, and then we're going to, as quickly as possible, get some reinforcements done.
Ooh,
Let's see. Wait,
Yeah.
actually, we can probably buy them right
that
here.
sort button is my best friend in Humankind.
Oh yes, that is so useful. Since they do have knights, I probably do want some anti-cavalry. As you can see,
Yeah. Okay. So now Steph is looking in the wrong direction.
Steph, we could flip.
yeah,
Steph,
and
we could flip.
as we can see here, in this city, in Oxenford, we don't have the resources to build our better swordsmen.
Oh, okay.
The city itself has 1 iron, so we can build normal swordsmen, but the long swordsmen require 2 iron. And because it's under siege, we don't get access to the other.
Yeah, this is why.
We're working on it. Gonna flip all the magic here.
We're gonna do it,
It's all-
everybody. It's so good.
It's all intentional, you know.
There we go.
To lighten the mood.
There we go.
Yeah.
I can't even see what happened, so
Nothing did happen.
No.
Anybody else notice anything?
Also,
nothing happened.
I didn't.
There are not gonna be any VODs now.
Also, I just realized, no, we don't need to build reinforcements. We have reinforcements. This is one of the nice things. Like, oh yeah, they're sieging us. They're thinking, oh yeah, you know, we're going to win against this because it's 169 to 59. They have 110 points strength advantage.
Yeah.
We have a 127 point army here. So we can just walk over here and join the battle.
There you go.
And suddenly,
Nice.
it's very
All right.
different. And now I'm actually thinking we might want to sortie immediately and just have our army swarm in and take to the city tiles before they can.
Yeah. Peeps Live, our motto over here is it's not an amplitude stream without some technical difficulties.
I mean, we always know it's not a stream period without technical difficulties.
Very true, yeah.
And the nice thing is as well, I think because I sortied, I count as the attacker. So I get to act first. Which means I can actually move all of my units into reasonable tiles. Let's see. Swordsman over here, cavalry here. So I probably want the pikemen I have down here somewhere. We can't quite get there.
So here's a question. If you have an archer on an elevated tile, say like this
Like
one,
right
if
here?
you move them up to that one and they shoot down onto the cavalry unit, does that count as an adjacent tile, or
I mean,
are they still like technically shooting down on?
The penalty for adjacent is when they're getting attacked by melee units.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't matter if they are attacking right next to you. If the enemy, like, they might not even be aware of you because, you know, you're hiding somewhere or something. Yeah, I can definitely put these guys up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think these peasants might be able to... No, not quite.
Yeah,
The Civ Show.
that's a good question.
What caused the decision to allow units to stack on top of each other with a mix of different units? Which unit gets shown on the map?
I believe
I
it's the
think it has
strongest one, right?
something to do with which one is the strongest, yes. But I'm not sure if there's a specific algorithm for deciding which one if two of them have the same strength.
Just plays rock, paper, scissors with itself.
I can't quite get here. That's unfortunate.
But it's easier, like especially for very large battles. It's easier when you move around on the world map if you have sort of, you know, armies walking around
Yeah.
and not having to move every singular unit within an army. So you just, you know, deploy once battle begins.
Yeah. Salterius, what's up? You
Actually going to...
you lost Oxford, but stood strong in London. Hey, it's a trade.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about to lose Oxford myself.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting this kind of invasion.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Don't worry about it. Just
Oh,
get
wait,
them pikemen
no, wait.
up.
I actually moved the archers here because I thought it was the pikemen. Well, they do have a lot of river tiles around them, so hopefully it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Of course, the peasants immediately died with the knights. Not a surprise.
This is
Yes.
fine, Luca. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Civ Show,
Yep.
in non-battle mode, you can stack, but in battle mode, they deploy as individual units. That's correct.
Yeah.
There's a cliff here. I hope I can walk down that cliff during city battles.
Are you guys talking about how combat is different when fighting CPU versus in multiplayer? Not quite yet. We're not talking much about multiplayer. Multiplayer's in the game, but not quite diving deep into that just yet. Soon, TM.
Yes. always with the TM.
Yeah.
No. There's no path to this destination. Made a mistake there. Overlooked the cliff.
Lad, are you a big multiplayer player? Would it be Are you a big multiplayer or a big multiplayer player?
See, I can.
But
sneak it
that's a
with this
mind melt, right? I mean, it's
That
pretty
mind
hot.
melt, yeah.
It's pretty hot here. I mean, and the humidity is also fairly high, so I do not compute as quickly as I normally do, and I
Yeah.
normally do not compute quickly.
Me as
So
well. I'm on the same.
multiplayer player or multiplayer. Maybe chat would have
An MPP. Yeah. Buck, I think you got it. We just abbreviate it. When in doubt,
abbreviate.
yeah. Just
Should get T-shirts.
make
with
it
that.
an acronym. MPP. MPP, baby.
There we go.
Nice. Nice.
You know, it might not be that bad that we lost the peasant down here, because now that I know this is a cliff,
Yeah.
the knights are all down there. We might be able to kind of
See,
keep them trapped in our city.
it's
Keep 'em down.
fine. Nothing to worry about. We called it.
Yeah.
Here we can see that, you know, they don't need line of sight. They can just shoot
So
shoot
they-
over this mountain.
It's an
Yeah.
The-
absolute
They are
barrage.
some archers with some serious range.
Yeah,
They
look
can
at
just shoot across a mountain.
Absolute snipers.
Soften them up. Soften them up.
Yeah. Nice. Good shot. Good shot,
No,
guys.
they can move up the cliff. because both tiles are within the city. There's probably like walls or something built there.
So
Would that hurt?
clearly, we are not the good military advisors over here, right?
No. Yeah, my plan had been to get everybody into the city first turn, and then the movement range ended like here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, shit.
Are we gonna have new scenarios after this one? This is the final scenario. Magic arrows, yeah. The magic fairy comes and drops all the arrows on the enemy. Well, it worked. All the Aztecs got into the city. Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
Just going to try block off the line over here, and
It's the 4 units that are left, or
these are
oh
all.
no.
We have this one left as well.
He's gonna fend them all off. It's just
Yeah, I mean the idea was to have the pikemen just here behind the wall, fending everything up while this guy shoots everybody. But
Yeah.
the pikemen didn't make it in time.
Is this archer on an elevated tile to
Just
the
standing up
cavalry
there.
beside it?
Yes, but the
Yeah, it's
cavalry is
slightly-
behind the walls.
Right.
just look at him. He's like, oh, come at me.
You know, because they get
What
you
are
know,
you
the
gonna do?
fortification from the walls and can hide in the buildings. So they had like 46 strength. That's
Yeah.
way too tough. But we can
It's tough.
do some serious damage to these guys. Of course, the Jaguar warriors always fight at full strength. So it doesn't matter if they have only like one
He's
hit point
not
left.
afraid. He's not afraid. He's all like, what you gonna do? You gonna call your mama?
Felix, whenever I see gameplay, I'm so jealous because I didn't get my Hey, you know what? We sent out more invites today.
Check your inbox, right? If you applied for the OpenDev,
Yeah.
you know, keep checking throughout the day because
Yeah, it could take a little while to actually get into your inbox. We sent it a couple hours earlier, so it could take even up to 24 hours to get there. So just keep checking back, and yeah. Fingers crossed for you, man.
Yeah,
Last
these
stand at
guys,
the Ox Alamo.
three hit points out of 100 later.
Yeah.
And they'll still fight at full strength.
he didn't make it. I was rooting for that archer, that
Yeah.
longbow man.
I guess in the meantime, I can actually take a look at this one because we never actually. You can see here how strong it is standing inside fortified tiles.
Right.
Because these Jaguar warriors barely scratched our archers.
Yeah. You got yours, Mr. D. Johnson. Nice. Love it. How is Amplitude addressing the issue of trees, building, and other identifying tile graphics while in combat? So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the feedback that we've been getting from OpenDev. If that's one of the things that's coming up, we're definitely going to be looking into it, and we're definitely going to be trying to make the improvements that you guys would like to see. That's the whole point of OpenDev.
Yeah, for sure.
And so as long as you threw it in the feedback form, that's exactly what this is for. So we're gonna be doing the best that we can to address everything that's coming through.
Yep.
So,
But it's a little too early for us to already have specific action plans because
Yeah.
OpenDev isn't even over
It's
yet.
not over
so
yet, and there are
we're not done
ton
evaluating
of
the
stuff
feedback.
coming in. So
Yeah.
really, I mean, if you're in the OpenDev, at the end of a scenario, really, if you wouldn't mind taking the a few minutes to write your feedback, that would be huge,
Yeah.
right?
Come on.
Because it might not seem like much that, hey, I'm not really sure if this is a hill, if this is a forest tile or whatever, but it can make or break a battle, right? So
Yeah.
get that feedback, and even if it's just a minor thing,
I mean,
you
we
don't
can-
think.
You can see how it can make or break a battle that I didn't notice there's a cliff.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Yeah.
a great example, actually.
For sure.
So,
and I think I actually have seen that a couple times, so we'll look into it and see. Are there plans to include historical accurate scenarios? So this is the final OpenDev scenario, but for the second scenario that we put out, that was all about battles, and what it was a within the scenario there were sort of 4 different bite-sized scenarios going through the ancient era through to the early modern era.
Yeah.
I believe. Yes, early modern. And each one was sort of loosely based off a true battle that actually happened in history within that era. So
At least with the correct sort of, empires.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the maps were also, roughly based on known geography. Like you could tell in the Siege of Paris scenario that
that
it
one
was Paris.
fairly, I mean,
Yeah,
as
definitely.
as
I mean,
accurate
as
as you can
accurate
make
as-
it on a with a hex map like this.
Yeah.
So
We actually held out through 5 rounds, but next round they're definitely going to finish us off there.
Morris Michael, can we still play the scenarios after OpenDev is over? So OpenDev, this scenario will go until Monday, just like the other scenarios, and then that'll be the end of OpenDev.
yeah, then there's lots of feedback to
Yeah.
process.
There-
after
there's
that.
Gotta
a
read.
lot of
Lots of
feedback
reading to
process.
do,
Let
people.
me be a bit risky here, and no, I couldn't see the other guys.
Oh,
Well, all right. This battle didn't much worry me, but the other one, yeah, we're not doing so hot on that one.
Camera rotation from Ramon Guard 64
Mhm.
Twig. Is there a way to rotate the camera so that you might be able to see that cliff or other land features clearer before a battle?
Not at the moment.
No.
no.
So it's the camera is fixed in that you can zoom in and out, but you can't rotate it. So whether or not that's gonna change, I don't know.
Yeah.
This counted as a defeat because we only killed 2 out of the 3 guys.
Only. Yeah.
But hey, that's fine because then if they come in siege, that's fine. But here,
You know what? That's a pretty good outcome. Not bad.
Can we actually get a new unit here? If
Get
we're
them units. Buy it.
we do have we do have enough money here, so we
Buy it.
could go. That,
Nobody.
nobody expected the English buyout strategy.
Yeah, that
Nobody.
works every time.
Nice. Wow.
It
Came
will-
out of left
that
field
should
with that
be-
one.
Hopefully they will come in next turn.
Oxford will not fall, even though it kind of, sort of already maybe.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
a bit.
already maybe did.
Yeah.
So at least the Oxford burbs are done.
We'll just retake it if necessary.
Danky Kang asks, is there an effective way to fight longbowmen in strongholds?
Well, with other longbowmen.
Well, I mean the walls definitely help.
Yeah.
But you will probably want to, make sure you have other benefits like the high ground or flanking or stuff like that.
Well,
One problem was, of course, for the Aztecs is because of the river tiles. They were coming from down here,
Yeah.
and river tiles stop you when you're trying to cross. So they had to stop on the river, and they basically looked at it and said, "Yeah, okay, if I stop on the river, they're going to shoot me anyway. So I might as well try to punch them in the face."
Yeah.
But in regards to that question also, I mean, things like siege equipment will definitely also...
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely also siege equipment. They didn't bring any this. And hey,
Yeah.
the most valuable resource.
Of course.
Clearly, we are grabbing this.
Thank
Oh, come
you.
on. Ah, it's inside the city wall, so we can't ransack it.
Oh, that's tough. Got to do what you got to do for the
But
coffee,
this is not the direction I want to siege them from, because this only has like 2 tiles from which we can attack. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go on top of this cliff and see if there's something. This is even worse.
Doesn't look good, man. Doesn't look good.
Nope.
Echo, how big do the maps get? Similar to the largest in Civ? They get pretty big. We aren't quite saying exactly how large they are, but you can get them pretty big. You can get them pretty small.
But hey, this could actually work.
Ah.
We just wait a little bit. We don't have trebuchets, but we do have ballista.
Everyone loves a good ballista.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah, yes. Here's our reinforcements, as far as I can see. Excellent. Pikemen.
Oscar, Humankind question about cultures. So for the cultures, every single Tuesday, we post a new culture up on our social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you prefer. We'll throw it up there. Every week we've been going through the eras. So we started. I don't even know how long ago we started doing it.
Right.
A while ago, because there's 60 cultures in the game.
Yeah.
That's over a year's worth of
Cultures. Yep.
throwing cultures up.
Yeah.
So every Tuesday we throw one up around, I don't know, between 5 and 7 p.m. our time, whatever that is for you. CEST, you can just go do the
Timezoneconverter.com.
yeah, it's the
That's
best.
that's one of them at least.
Yeah, so you can do that. And so if you're following us, you can throw on notifications if you want, and you'll be notified every time we throw one up.
Yeah.
We do the culture cards. So they're pretty fun. They're pretty fun. This week, we revealed
The Moogles.
the Moogles' favorite art in the game
pretty
so
good.
far. Yeah,
Pretty good.
very, very nice. Has anybody been seeing these? Does anybody have a favorite culture that's been revealed so far?
You know, I think our money buys everything strategy might actually be working out.
Yeah.
Hopefully these guys actually survive.
The Civ Show, what are your personal positions for the development on Humankind? So us three are all on the community team.
Yep.
I do manage the social media and streaming. And wait, do you guys want to?
Yeah. Well, we are all wearing many hats, right? But
Yeah, that's true.
I do a lot of stuff together with content creators. In particular, especially these days.
Mm-hmm.
You may or may not have seen a person or two stream OpenDev after all, right?
Yeah,
So they need to get invitations from somewhere.
exactly. Yeah. And Steph just,
Yeah, I'm just general community management, and I guess kind of in charge of our VIP program. You know, the players that give us the very first round of feedback.
Yeah.
When,
That sit out on games together, right?
and resident 4X professional.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. But
Edo Japan, great one. Yep. That's your favorite so far?
you know, I had seen there is an Aztec unit somewhere over there.
They're hiding.
They've one Jaguar warrior left, but they're not coming out. Face me!
You see the feathers poking out of there and behind the
Face
cliff.
me, you coward!
I'm not hiding. Just taking a break.
Yeah, really tired.
The
Just
thing
like
is,
drinking water.
The only,
Guys,
the only
Hey.
units I could really use to scout are already almost dead, so I don't want to throw them out because, yeah, sure, you know, the, where is it, the veterancy here, it's only +1,
yeah.
but +1 is a pretty big bonus in Humankind.
Ladu asks a pretty good question. Is there a unit maintenance cost per turn, or does it operate differently?
Yeah, there's no unit maintenance cost per turn. What we have at the moment is generals, so you can have this many armies. I mean, this is your currently available ones, not the total ones. The total ones is like, I think 6 or 7. And if you go over that, then, you know, you're stretching your supply lines and you need to pay extra to supply all your armies. And because your supply lines are stretched, that gets more and more expensive every turn.
Yeah.
So some of our VIPs in their testing went broke because they went too far with
Yeah.
Yeah.
military spending
Tough.
on armies.
Play tough.
Okay, yeah, this is not nice. I think I will actually force them to become the attackers.
Luca, you like the Harapans. Good choice.
Here.
Good choice. Good.
Very last round, we captured their flag because they were hiding.
Yeah.
And that's why we're considered the winners.
There we are.
So Naval Ahmed, is this coming out this year or next year? It's coming out next year.
Yeah. Wow, they're hurting.
But hey, since this guy's a veteran now,
Yeah.
we can rename him.
Ooh.
Any suggestions?
Any suggestions, chat?
And hey, we already have the next siege.
There we are.
Well, what are they bringing? A Jaguar warrior and some... Where are even the pikemen?
Who had the peasant? Oh, we have the peasants. Okay.
The pikemen seem to be somewhere over here in the fog of war. We have the peasants, and I think I'll actually maintain this for the time being. Wait, I need to click over here.
Ryan Durrell on YouTube asks, is this capture the flag objective specific to these scenarios?
No, this is in general in battle, so that you saw that, we had sortied to try to drive them off. And then when they only had this Jaguar warrior left, they were looking at our army and thinking, I have no way of facing that. So they hid in the forests back here and we couldn't see them. But if we hadn't captured the flag, which kind of, it represents their camp, if we had captured that, they would have still had all their supplies and everything, so they would have been considered the winner, because with their supplies they can continue sieging us.
Yeah.
So we conquered their camp, and then they realized, yeah, we're out of food, so we better leave.
It's a way to prevent,
to prevent this kind of behavior, this hiding, and just, if they had cavalry, they could have ridden circles around us,
weird
that kind of
as
thing.
Yeah.
Kiting and griefing and that sort of stuff. So it's a mechanic to sort of control that a little bit, to curb that. Risque, hello people, any news on modding capacity or how mod friendly it'll be? So there will be modding in the game, but we
can't talk about
it. We can't talk about it right now.
But modding is definitely a thing we want to have.
Yeah.
I think I'll go for a pikeman instead of a knight. That knight is more expensive than
here's a nice message. Ladu, I really like Cat o' Nine Tails' voice. He should be a character in the game.
I agree.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
That's very flattering. I'm always super conscious about, how I probably have quite a bit of German accent still.
But German accents are cool, though.
Very cool.
Oh,
very cool.
They're already coming in again. Let's put these guys over here. So they're not the first ones to be attacked. We're still sieging.
Cool. Best of luck defending London. Thanks. Thank you. Do you think you'll need it, the luck?
It seems so. And we can see here. We can see here in Oxenford, we could, since I just cancelled, could have built the knights, but apparently they pillaged our extractor here, our horse ranch.
They just hopped on the horses and got the hell out of there.
Or it might be because London, that was responsible for maintaining the horse ranch, is under siege. Now we don't have access to it, so we can't build a knight.
Right.
Because we no longer have enough horses. I am very hesitant about attacking here because we only have the peasants and the... Do we even have reinforcements?
What are the stats of the peasants?
They're not great.
Come on.
They just got that hook. I mean, they just picked it up out of their pantry. They're like,
peasants. But we should have, in theory, like this army here of crossbowmen.
This blade is made to cut wheat
but
and legs.
Some butter knife.
Hey, we do have our ballista here now.
Woo.
So I think we're actually going to go on the assault here.
Nice.
And just try to, force them to react to us. So. Oh, that's very nice. They left the tile open.
Ooh.
So I can just, ride in here and deal 90 to 100 damage to this guy.
Not a problem.
How much would that hurt? Getting a horse hoof in the head?
I actually know. It hurts.
It's
Yeah.
happened to you.
Yeah, I got kicked in the head once.
What?
That explains many things. But
Damn.
yeah.
How did that even happen?
I got knocked the hell out, man. But
Just standing next to a horse?
sort of. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in a field. There were horses, and
Yeah.
I was coming in at a bad angle. The horse got spooked. El Kikos. And I was out like a light.
That'll
Hey,
happen.
And
Look
I
at
got
this.
a swollen forehead for a few days there.
I can imagine that it was very small. But hey, look at this. We're on the high ground with our ballista, and you are right about, everybody likes a good ballista, because this ballista is strong enough to take out their palisades in one shot.
There you go.
Ooh, Mr. Ballista.
And almost kills the peasants here as well.
Just,
Wow.
Just done.
ballista blast.
Oh, it actually did kill the peasants.
Ha.
Ooh.
So we can even... no, wait, there is slightly hidden in the fog of war. There's a cliff here.
Morris Michael, peasants
I
are
think
based
I
off
will try here.
the number of city population?
I'm not sure what determines the number right now. I think it might be how many territories the city has, but I'm
okay.
not sure. There might also be, infrastructure that improves it.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we can see the peasants, the citizens they have. They're actually, go to the technology screen, I believe they're like classical era defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, peasants, citizens. So they're actually a whole era outdated.
Right.
Which means that, hey, yeah, they're behind the walls, but they're wooden walls, and I guess our knights are just Kool-Aid manning it into there.
Yeah. Aztec City. Yeah. Scholastico. Of course. Playing, really wishing I had the time to do OpenDev right now. Hey, you know what? You're here. It's awesome.
And right, we did ride in here and discovered these dudes, and hey, look, since we moved, we get the charge bonus.
100.
100, not even a doubt, immediately dead.
Damn.
See?
Bye, guys.
Not
So
a
yeah,
problem.
this is going to be a very successful siege for us. Oh man, that poor desperate dude.
Just run up there.
Somebody give him a post-mortem commendation and send some gifts to his family to maintain it.
Yeah.
But yes, hey, now this is our city. But
Thanks.
as we can see here, we
So the-
cannot build anything here because it's occupied. We
Oh,
don't own it yet.
right. So then a couple turns. Gotta
No,
wait.
normally, you get full control at the end of the war, but I don't think we actually get the end of the war in this scenario.
Right.
Don't know.
And yeah, no,
I
this
don't think
ain't
we
this.
we would have the time in this scenario to try and
Yeah.
actually
No, I mean,
capture all the territory. Like,
no, you don't need to capture all the territory to end the war. But the things, I think the way to end the war is disabled from this scenario
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
all about the war. Oh yeah, here they're attacking. Let's see. Supposedly relatively even. Great swordsmen,
Civ show. Are there
ballista elephants,
ballista
More great-
elephants?
more great swordsmen.
Oh man.
Um,
Elephant is daunting. Are you gonna play all 20 turns? No, we're going for about an hour today, so maybe about 10, 15 more minutes.
okay, we have one more turn here. Can we get another unit done here?
Are there penalties and relationships when you capture other cities? We're not quite talking too much about the diplomacy in the game right now, but yeah. Sorry, the most vague.
Yes. Yeah. No. Sorry. Diplomacy is something we're not talking about.
Yeah.
And hey, look. 106 gold. That's enough to put us over to buy the pikemen guaranteed next turn.
Nice.
get
Before
them
they
pikemen. We need them.
And also, it'll take away some of their horses, so they'll be less able to build knights. Oh God! More reinforcements.
Not a problem.
Here they come. That's
absolutely-
this scenario.
We absolutely need this pikeman, and we probably need another pikeman. And I think now we may be able to sortie, because if we wait one more turn, they have the treb,
Yeah.
and we don't want them to have the treb.
The trab.
It's supposedly relatively even, so hopefully that's actually true. Let's see, melee units here. We can luckily, put all of our ranged units up on the mountain, hide somewhere,
Yeah.
and Wait, the knights were coming in from this side, so we need to make sure the pikemen are on this side.
Damn trebs. Yeah, exactly. Trebs.
There we go. End deployment.
Will there be future OpenDev events to test other aspects of the game?
Well,
this is the last one, the last OpenDev scenario for sort of like this OpenDev.
But OpenDev events for the future, well, I mean, stuff. We will announce stuff if it happens, right?
Yes.
There's always stuff going on.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, the
keep
game
checking
is,
back on our social media.
The game is not out until 2021, and we will likely need to have some more testing going on different things.
Exactly. So the best place to follow us is really Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. On Twitter, we engage a lot with you guys. On the other ones, we do as well. But Twitter is where you'll likely learn about new things on a more rapid basis.
Very cool. Yeah, like the crossbowmen, like clearly Aztec crossbowmen, and the Aztec knights are also pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, that hurt. Charging right into the peasants.
So why do pikemen have a swordsman icon? Asked Timansk.
Because it's just a general melee unit icon.
Yeah. It's the sort of type of units are marked by the icons and not the unit itself, but the unit sort of category.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
a melee unit is symbolized by
a sword.
A
You
sword.
have ranged units with a bow.
Yeah.
The gunner units have
well, they have a
I
gun.
guess it's more of a musket than a modern gun.
A blunderbuss.
One of those ones that you just gotta like pack the gunpowder in.
Yeah,
Takes
the
4.5 hours to just like
Enemy
shoot
knight
one.
is charging.
Admittedly, we did, I think, make some concessions with the choreographies. Like,
okay.
People have noticed that in the scenario 4, at the fourth battle of scenario 2, when you have the arquebus unit with like one arquebusier left, and he's like on the high ground, and then the halberdiers charge across the river up the high ground, so he does like 50% of their health and damage. He just fires off like 6 rounds before reloading.
Yeah.
Which, usually an arquebus would not be capable of doing. We do have the pikemen now. Yeah, we can see here the pikemen are very good against the knights. So if we damage them beforehand, we might even be able to finish them off.
That's good feedback. Thank you, Kane. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I think it would be clearer if anti-cavalry had another icon.
Toss it in the feedback form.
Toss it in the
There it
feedback
is.
form, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Look at that damage preview. 55 to 65 damage, and they have 68 hit points.
Obviously. Because why not?
I should have
gonna do.
I should have used the longbowmen who already had one level of veterancy, because they would have done a little bit more damage.
Yeah.
Let's shoot these guys back here.
Do you guys plan on doing another Reddit AMA? That was the one we did. Ramon actually went back and replied to a couple more questions after that night. So if you didn't go check back there might be a couple new answers.
Oof, look at that. Even with the high ground
Wow.
against the knights, they just devastate us if we charge them. Because we're no longer getting the burns from the walls if we move out. But I think I'm actually going to hit them hard here. And keep these guys. Might need to allow them to take one tile in the city.
Yeah.
Just so we can keep the archers safe.
All right. Oh.
Yeah.
That actually hurts very little because we can hide in the buildings.
There you go.
Like, the ranged units are not what worries me if they don't have trebuchets.
Random question popped up. Can you keep your old units when the rest of your units have upgraded over the eras? Will they look like your previous cultures? I don't know if the question makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Does make some sense. It's the units look like the culture you had in the era where they unlock if you keep them around. But at the same time, I mean, you've seen what our knights did to the peasants that were from the era before.
Yeah.
So if you like upgrade them, right, then
Yeah.
they change appearance.
If you upgrade them, they become the appropriate new unit.
Yeah.
But hey, these two are their last remaining knights, so that's fine. I think we might be able to keep this very badly damaged archer safe by moving him somewhere back here.
Wow. Nice protection. Put him on the hill.
Fine. It's just a scratch.
And the nice
like,
thing is,
"It's
of course,
okay, guys."
that because, okay, yeah, he takes -2 from heavily damaged.
Yeah.
But hey, he can probably still has a chance to finish this guy, maybe 14. No, we only do 5 to 10. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But we can swap these guys in here and then send these guys to finish off the knight.
Yeah, Psychana. Just a flesh wound. Paper cut.
The Black
I
Knight.
mean, there's nothing to worry about. It's just, once this thing is over, we go to the pub,
Yeah.
put a little beer on it. Or,
Yeah, pour some beer on it.
or,
Yeah.
I mean,
You know-
or
you know,
some
looking-
other drink if you're
Now,
not into
now I'm
beer.
realizing why we're losing. Neither of these cities has a commons quarter. There are no pubs.
Oh.
There's always a pub somewhere. I think,
Pub quarter.
yeah.
Only pubs. um,
Oh, actually, I think this way, yeah, with pikemen we can finish off the knights. And then this archer can just shoot these guys over here.
yeah.
We'll do very little damage because they're hiding in the forest, I think. No, wait, this is a rock tile, not a forest tile. That's nice.
Yeah.
We'll deal some damage, but they have higher ground than we do, unfortunately.
Does the change from culture, from one culture to the next happen in one turn, or does it just get phased in? So when you get to the next era, you will just become the next culture.
Yeah. You can also choose to ascend your current one.
Yep.
Very true.
Yeah.
But the city designs and the unit designs still update to something slightly more modern. You won't get legionnaires with assault rifles if you transcend Romans into the modern age.
Right. Yeah.
Legionnaires with assault rifles, though.
I'm sure once the game comes out, somebody will make a mod for it.
Just
And look
That'd
at this awesome dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's this one guy left. Yeah, take these guys, and he's like zip 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 zip. 5 dudes dead.
not a problem.
Like Legolas.
Yep.
Um,
Instant Legolas.
Insta Legolas.
Ah yes, we have. It's over, Anakin. We have the high ground.
There you go. Obi-Wan. Giving us the real advice.
And then we can just, of course, if we attacked over here, they do have the fortification because they're on that tile. But we're just going to leave our peasants in the city here to defend the archers
Mm-hmm.
while we whittle them down.
Ladu, about the turn. So I'm trying to understand the wording at the top. Turn 1 out of 2. Turn, round 3 out
Yes.
of 5. So there's like 5 rounds per strategic turns.
Yes, there's 5 battle rounds per strategic turn, and depending on how many units participate in the battle when it starts, how nice we lured them out of the fortress. You get a maximum number of turns for the battle. I believe this can change if reinforcements come in, but I'm not sure about that one because I've never actually tried it myself in the recent builds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can probably finish these guys.
What's the difference from this game to Endless Space and Endless Legend? This is a historical 4X strategy game, and the big thing is the sort
There
of...
he goes again.
There he goes.
Zip, 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 dead.
This is a historical 4X strategy game, so it's not in the Endless universe,
Yeah,
this one.
It's not fantasy or science fiction. It has a historical context, even though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
I mean, it
And-
is definitely fiction, just not science fiction, I guess.
Yeah. So with this one, there are 6 eras in the game. Each era you get to ascend to a new culture. And there are 10 cultures per era, 60 cultures in the game. So if you do the math, what was it again? It was like...
It's a million combinations.
Yeah.
Exactly.
don't ask me to do the math.
Unless, that math is pretty easy. It's 10 to the power of 6, so one with 6 zeros.
It's
Yeah.
It's not easy.
But no, I mean, what I'm getting at is it's easy compared to the other one, because if you take the transcending into account, that you can keep playing the Romans if you're the Romans.
Right.
Then suddenly it's 10 times 11 to the 5, and 11 to the 5 is not something I can do in my head.
Yeah. Ryan, the latest achievable era is the modern era.
Yeah.
The contemporary.
The contemporary
one,
era.
so.
Yes.
I don't know. We're
So
keeping
like
this one
the
going?
equivalent of now.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, guess the game kind of ends in 2020. You could say it ends in the early 21st century.
Yeah.
And hey, here's an Aztec territory that we can just burn down, and then it will belong to nobody.
The Civ Show, thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you have a great
I think,
morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you.
I think that was all the Aztecs control.
Yeah, I love having you in the chat. So
and,
good questions, by the way.
And since that was all the Aztecs controlled,
Yeah.
I think if we wipe out all of their land units, they're defeated.
Ooh. I think.
Do it.
I mean, we're nearing the end
Yeah, it
of
would be
this stream.
It would be a suitable end for the stream.
It could be a
Yeah,
suitable
we
endpoint.
might at least be able to
just
finish off this siege.
Yeah.
Just
How
one more
many
turn.
do they have left?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
just one more turn, exactly.
Just one more.
No,
Do
wait,
it.
this is slightly too far away. So I guess this is also slightly too far away. From here I can shoot them.
Nice.
Slightly. No, it's not that risky because the river's in the way, so that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, bingo, bango.
These guys.
Jacob, will there be ideologies? Yes, in fact, we have a
Yes.
video about it on our YouTube channel, which you're there already.
Yeah,
So,
so, you know.
civics and ideologies is what it's called. It's called Feature Focus
Yeah.
Civics and
I believe
Ideologies.
there's even a playlist with all these
Yeah.
glorious sort of dev diaries.
Yeah, so you guys can go over there. You guys that are on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, it's youtube.com/humankindgame, and you'll be able to watch all those there. I think there are, how many are out there now? 7?
I think it's 7, yes.
7. Yeah. So
Okay, we clearly need a bit more melee in here, so let's see. Ooh, while the settlement spawns. Oh, yeah, we're at our army camp actually. So let's move these guys over a little.
So Peeps Live ask, any ideas to do a future era in a DLC? I suppose that would be hard to do considering the culture system.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
I guess at that point you can do fictional cultures, but we don't have any plans for that right now.
that's the thing, right?
Like
but-
I guess if we did a future era, it would probably be more like the cultures being based around like philosophies or ideas
Yeah.
or
It can
something.
be very
instead of-
speculative.
It would be super speculative.
yeah.
So
But then
I
again,
don't think so.
I mean, you can definitely also theoretically open up for some interesting new like gameplay features or something if you start.
yeah,
But then the game starts to evolve into science fiction.
Yep.
So that but hey, if people have good ideas or good suggestions for something like this, I mean, just go to Games Together and share it there.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Before you guys go, is there going to be any more planned Humankind streams? So I'm actually going on holiday tomorrow, baby. So these guys are going to be doing the stream. So I don't know. Do you have plans for a Humankind stream next week?
I don't know. We have to talk about it.
And there you go.
yeah, well,
And
Keep
this
checking
is-
back right here.
Yeah, this is my first time on an Amplitude stream, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm the new guy.
the new guy. Yeah. But do you want to talk? What did you do before coming to Amplitude?
Before Amplitude, I was a Blizzard veteran.
Blizzard.
I worked for Blizzard before. I worked on the Overwatch team actually in my last years before I joined Amplitude.
Yeah.
So, but I never streamed Overwatch though.
Yeah. Well,
damn it.
streaming some Humankind now.
The elephants are
Yeah.
not considered cavalry, so our pikemen don't get the bonus.
Yeah.
And they would get absolutely wrecked if we attack immediately. So yeah, archers, please. Oh god, they deal barely any damage because the elephants are hiding in the forest.
Hey, where's
The
the
big
ballista when you
boys.
need it, right?
Yeah.
You should think a ballista could take down an elephant.
finish the stream before that elephant stomps all over you.
I think the stomping is about to commence.
Yeah. But maybe we'll end it after this turn.
But at least, I blocked their reinforcement here
Yeah.
for the swordsman by just parking one of our pikemen on it. Ooh, this is bad.
Yeah.
Nah, it's fine.
But I think this is all they have apart from those. Look at that. That's one crazy ballista they have.
Oh, that elephant is
some sort
awesome.
of auto-loader ballista.
Yeah. Any of the cultures with an elephant, I'm there. I'm so in. Dialed.
Yeah.
Dialed in.
I think
Oh, no.
personally I will go more towards the nautical cultures.
Oh, yeah?
I love nautical stuff.
Do you have a favorite of the cultures that have been revealed so far?
Well,
Which, do you
right
have a
from the
favorite?
get-go, I love the Phoenicians.
Phoenicians.
I was about to say, I think you're probably in it all for the landscape.
No bias.
No
yeah,
bias.
yeah, no
bias
bias
at all.
No
But
bias.
yeah, I can go myself for Langskip.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
I love, one of our OpenDev players had an issue where they were previewing the siege battle
Yeah.
of the Siege of Paris, and in the preview it didn't update the Great Swordsman to be Great Swordsman, and it showed the boats on
Right.
the land. And of course, immediately chat started joking about, oh yeah, of course, the Vikings would invent the first land ship.
Yeah.
So everybody, before we go, every Wednesday and Thursday we stream right here on Twitch. If we're streaming Humankind, we'll be streaming on the YouTube channel that you guys are on right now. But if you'd prefer to watch on YouTube, we also stream at youtube.com/Amplitude Studios. So we do that every Wednesday and Thursday at the same time for about 2 hours each day. So if you want to come hang out with us, if you're a fan of the Endless games or even Humankind, we'll be doing that pretty much every week. We'll cycle through when we have more things to show from Humankind. We'll be streaming that. And then when Humankind actually comes out, we're just going to be streaming the heck out of it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's going to be awesome.
And hopefully we will not be as helpless then as we are now, because this elephant is completely wrecking us.
This is just a practice, right?
Yeah.
Practice. We will have, we will know how to play perfectly when the game is out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going pretty decently until the elephant showed up. So I guess to win this, I would need to address the elephant in the siege.
Nice. Nice. Great, but I'll be playing the heck out of it, so won't be here. Hey, you know what? That's good too. That's great to hear. Danky Kang, fan of the Khmer? Nice.
Maybe if the elephants are such a problem, I should try to get this one while he's alone. But I know there's some Aztecs hidden somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seem to be
wait,
quite-
is this? Oh, yes.
You can make
Oh.
it just.
I can
Nice.
just make it, but the problem is if I stop here, then in the combat I need to step onto the river,
Yeah.
and that stops me, and then it's a lot of wasted time.
That's a nice jog.
Oh, come on. Are you? Yes, they should show up in our reinforcements in a moment.
Shren, hello.
Yes, there they are. Excellent.
Wow.
And, actually it expands the battlefield as you bring in reinforcements. And now I just... Oh god, that was close. I almost accidentally dragged in the other elephant. Ooh,
Oh, man.
that would have been bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we have some reinforcements. So
Mhm.
hopefully we can deal with that. And we can already see here how big these battles get. And this is with like 5 units army cap. And the army cap just gets bigger
Yeah.
in the later game. So you can get some pretty big battles in the late game. That, they keep going over many turns. And it kind of becomes, a real World War I kind of situation where, people are just funneling more and more people into that same battle.
Yeah. Download failed. Just got here, but I also already like that you can stack units. Yep.
Oh, this is nice that they're standing there on the river.
Nice and juicy. Alright.
Sort of.
Let's try to block these guys off.
Sort of wish we had more ballistas for those elephants.
Sadly, we can't use the ballistas defensively. They are siege equipment, so you build them while you are sieging the enemy.
Shame though, huh? Defensive ballista.
Yeah.
How nice would that be?
Oh,
Oh, that
That's-
was a lot of damage from this guy on the high ground. And now the elephant.
oh no.
It doesn't even need to walk over to you.
Yeah.
It just stands there.
I mean, look at the size of this ballista.
Look at that guy on the back of it. He's having the time of his life.
So I guess if you want, you to use ballistas for defense, play the Khmer. Because they have not just ballistas,
Yeah.
not just elephants, they have ballistas on top of elephants.
It's not OP.
You can tell it's a good game when you're wildly overshooting the end of the stream in your excitement.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's just, one more turn, guys.
One more turn.
How long can it take?
I know.
Yeah.
Actually, this turn, because we're in battle, the turns for this scenario are quite lengthy.
So that's why, 20 turns instead of 30.
Yeah.
As opposed
Yep.
to the first scenario.
Yeah.
Of course, it is also quite long because, we didn't actually increase the animation speed. So we could have done that to make it go a little bit better. But I mean, the animations are so nice how they right in there and.
So download failed has a good question for the people who are not too familiar with Humankind yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not too familiar with the Endless games, but played a good bit of Civ. Is this mostly a strategic combat game, or will there be money and kingdom management?
It's actually kind of the reverse. Normally, it's a lot of money and kingdom management. It's just that we were fending off the Aztecs and the Khmer. We've kind of dealt with the Aztec,
Yeah.
but the Khmer brought their elephants,
Yeah.
and there's precious few elephants in the UK, so weren't quite sure how to deal with them.
Yeah. Tamansk
Oh no,
V.
wait, I forgot to move this guy. Damn it.
Tamansk V on
Don't turn on this.
YouTube asks, in the late game, will the whole gameplay consist of endless battles? No, not necessarily.
That's not the plan. That's some of the systems we can't talk about yet are
Mm-hmm.
meant to make sure that you have a couple of decisive battles and not just battles
Yeah.
all the time.
I also think the Khmer and the Aztecs in this scenario are quite aggressive.
Yeah.
They are, for sure.
So, yeah, there'll be a lot of ways that you can approach the gameplay in
Yeah.
Humankind.
And if if you as a person don't like to play aggressively,
Mm-hmm.
then you can have a playthrough with very little combat,
Yeah.
theoretically.
Actually, can I? Oh, even the knights charging in barely scratch the elephant. So I guess we just finish off everybody else around them
Yeah.
and keep peppering them with the archer here.
Put
The
some pepper.
lone archer just hoping to hit the rider.
I think I'm ready for another 12 hours to slip away whispering one more turn to myself in the dark. Yeah. That's that's the goal.
Well,
Get some sleep though,
yeah.
of course.
No, I can't get over here, but I mean, I could capture the flag, then we're technically considered the winner at the end. But we can see here, because more units were involved, we could technically run this battle for 3 whole rounds.
Yeah.
But you can also just capture the flag and win the thing.
Well, no, the
CTF.
the flag is only at the very end of the battle, taking
Right,
into
true.
account. But if we take the flag, suddenly they are forced to retake it, so they might play differently, which may be to our advantage, forcing them to be aggressive.
Because
It's the new Blood Gulch.
Nope, I'm not stepping onto the open ground again because that elephant is going to murder us bad.
it's a murder fence.
I should rename this city. Slight reference for some people.
Boat murdered?
Boat murder. It's a famous dwarf fortress playthrough where the fortress got repeatedly almost murdered by
Oh,
elephants.
really? Okay. Yeah.
I have not seen that. I should check it out.
It's worth. I mean, the read is very long, but there's actually people made audiobooks, like even with animations of it, and it's crazy. Like it starts with them just, oh yeah, this is nice peaceful savannah. We'll
Yeah.
make our fortress here, and then the elephants start murdering everybody, and then the fortress goes down by a dwarf throws a tantrum because a master piece of artwork was defaced. But the dwarf is also on fire while throwing this tantrum.
Yeah.
So as he rages through the fortress, he accidentally sets everything on fire.
And Plane and Tantamimi have got you.
And so, yeah, there's the missing Aztecs. But yeah, that was the end of the turn. Now that everything is siege, I guess this is the end of the stream.
There you go. Yeah.
So not one more turn.
Not one more turn,
more.
unfortunately. We
No.
want to, we
No,
played about half the scenario.
These turns would be way too long for us
Yeah.
to finish here.
Yeah, but so there you have it. We played, about half the scenario. We want to leave the other half for you all who got access and you want to play it.
I mean, Olinra says half more turn. Just a question in general to people who play 4X games. Have anyone ever in the history of any 4X game been able to play half a turn?
Just stopped half turn.
As in, just stop halfway through?
No.
I mean,
Oh, God.
I don't think so.
except for like when a machine crashes or something.
Right.
You power outage.
When
whatever,
something makes you stop.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's not
It's
possible.
always this feeling of, I need to finish the turn or I'll forget what I meant to do, and then you end the turn,
Yeah,
and then the new pop-ups come up, and oh no, I need to deal with this, and
yeah,
Sounds
like us.
There are no half turns.
yeah.
There's only infinite turns.
Thank you everybody for joining us, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube or even Steam. This is really awesome. This is the final OpenDev scenario. So again, like we said before, you might have gotten an email. We sent them out earlier, so just keep checking back between today and tomorrow. You might get an email in your inbox. You can follow any of us on Twitter. We have them right there. You can follow Humankind on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Humankind Game. Very simple. And that's where you'll learn a lot of what we're doing in the moment. Every Tuesday, again, we post a new culture that's in the game. We're on the early modern era right now, so that's a 4th era in the game. Still got a lot to go.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at least 20 more, since there's 2 more eras after the early modern.
Exactly. So thank you so much for hanging out. Go play some OpenDev if you got access.
Yeah, and if you don't, then check out various streams also.
Yeah,
Because there are a bunch
there's
Absolutely.
probably going to be a
Yeah.
flood of streams
There's-
over the weekend.
There's a bunch of streamers and YouTubers and
Yeah,
whatnot who are playing this. And
Absolutely.
also, some of them are even kind enough to give us feedback live.
you bet.
Yes.
So that feedback really, again, if you do have access to the OpenDev, please take the time. It doesn't take a long time, but please fill out that form at the end where you can give your feedback, because
It helps a lot.
this helps big time in regards to
Yeah.
polish, even if it's minor, even if it's
I could probably rant for half an hour on the value of having this survey in addition to just the forum discussions.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys had some great feedback in the chat today.
Also,
Just make sure that you get that into the feedback form, because that's what's coming directly to us, and we're going to be taking that and trying to make the game even better.
yes.
So, awesome. Anything to add, you two?
Well, I feel like London and, formerly Oxford, now both murdered, are doomed.
Yeah.
But,
Hey,
I mean, hey, at least we made it halfway through.
Yeah, exactly.
The objective did say survive as long as you can.
Perfect.
yeah, it's not over yet, right?
It's not over yet.
If we did that turn, if we did that one,
To
more
be
turn,
continued.
if we did continue,
Yeah. It's
Then-
like the end of Inception. It's up to interpretation.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
I'm expecting Chet to request somebody start playing Roundabout right now.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great
you.
weekend. See you later.
See ya.